The overall living experience of the hot spring villa in Champs-Élysées is much better than Thompson. It is located on the mountainside with beautiful scenery. Not only the scenery is excellent, but more importantly, it is very quiet. The distance between the villa and other villa is also very far, and the privacy is very good. In addition, although the total price of the hot spring villa in Champs-Élysées is about half that of Thompson's first product, it is actually much larger than Thompson's first product in terms of the construction area and courtyard area. Housing prices in the city are very expensive, mainly because of the land price. The Champs-Élysées is located in the suburbs, so the land price is much lower than in the city. Claire likes the environment very much. For her, it has been a long time since she had the opportunity to experience such a relaxed and quiet life. Therefore, the family simply decided to take advantage of the Chinese New Year holiday to stay here for a few more days and relax. Elsa has been trying her best to invite Claire and Charlie to visit Eastcliff, but Claire is still hesitating. She feels that going to Eastcliff will inevitably have to go back and forth, and no matter how good someone else's home is, it's far away from living in someone else's home. It's not as good as living in own home, so she hesitated. On the second day of the Lunar New Year, while Charlie's family was still enjoying their vacation in the hot spring villa, Warnya had already started meeting with Nippon Steel's senior officials in Tokyo. The Song family's involvement in steel manufacturing this time was a careful decision after Warnya thought twice. The steel industry is the foundation for the development of the modern industry. Whether it is light industry, heavy industry, or military industry, it is inseparable from the support of the steel industry. The Song family had been involved in the steel industry earlier, but they never seized the opportunity to become bigger and stronger. Now, she takes over the Song family, hoping to increase the overall industrial scale of the family by a step, so she decided to bet heavily on steel companies. The specific plan is to establish a steel company focusing on special steel smelting in Haicheng, a city on the lower reaches of the Yangtze River not too far from Oruz Hill. Haicheng is the city where Tai Lai is located. Although Tai Lai is the richest man in Haicheng, his main direction is real estate and supporting commercial development, which is highly similar to the development direction and industrial form of Wanda Group. As Haicheng is a city on the lower reaches of the Yangtze River and closer to the sea, shipping is also very convenient. Iron ore and other raw material purchased from Brazil and Australia can be easily transported via the sea by 10,000-ton bulk carriers to the city. The most important part of the iron and steel industry is transportation. The amount of iron ore is huge. Therefore, shipping conditions must be supported to reduce costs to the greatest extent. This is why almost all large-scale steel companies are established in coastal cities and cities along the river. The main reason. The Song family invested in a large area of industrial land in Haicheng many years ago, which happened to be used to build a factory. So now the only thing the Song family lacks is a partner with strong R&D capabilities and a large number of steel patents. Therefore, Warnya set the cooperation target as Japan's Nippon Steel. She decided to adopt a joint venture like an automobile company to introduce Nippon Steel's cutting-edge technology in steel companies. FAW Volkswagen, Guangqi Honda, and Chang'an Ford have basically adopted this kind of joint venture idea. After 2 to 30 years of joint venture development, these companies have indeed achieved very impressive sales results. Nippon Steel is also very interested in this cooperation. Coupled with the Song family's strength, land, and certain experience in the steel industry, it is also a very good potential partner for Nippon Steel. So the two sides hit it off, and the rest is the discussion and formulation of cooperation details. Warnya's idea is that the Song family holds 51% and Nippon Steel holds 49%, but the idea of Nippon Steel is that they hold 51% and the Song family holds 49%. Don't look at such a slight difference in proportions, but it determines who has the final say in a company. Shareholders who reach 51% are undoubtedly the largest shareholders, and they have absolute power to say anything about specific matters of the company. Once the controlling rights are handed over to Nippon Steel, the Song family will lose all dominant positions in this cooperation. At the negotiating table, both sides saw the issue back and forth, but no one wanted to take a step back. Warnya said to Nippon Steel's senior management, "Everyone, our cooperation this time refers to the usual cooperation model of the auto industry. In our country, local auto companies and overseas auto companies have established joint ventures with local companies to hold shares %. Overseas companies hold 49% of the shares. After that, the company is established in our country and it should be controlled by us. I hope your company can understand this." The person responsible for negotiating with Warnya is Nippon Steel's vice chairman, whose full name is Hashimoto Kinzaki, is a member of Nippon Steel's core management. Hashimoto Kinzaki is 40 years old this year. In Japan, a society where qualifications are extremely important, he can climb to the core management so early. It can be said that he is a very right-handed person. At this time, he looked at Warnya and smiled slightly. "Miss Song, I know the kind of cooperation model you mentioned in the automobile industry, but that kind of model is not suitable for this cooperation between Nippon Steel and you." Warnya said with a calm expression, "Mr. Hashimoto, why is it not suitable for our cooperation? I would like to hear more." Hashimoto Kinzaki said with a smile, "First of all, there are too many leading companies in the automotive industry. There are Toyota, Honda, and Nissan in Japan alone, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, and Volkswagen in Germany, and GM, Ford, and Chrysler in the United States. Not to mention the Ferraris, Lamborghini, and Maseratis in Italy. With such a large number of competitors, it is inevitable that their peers will be underestimated. Everyone will often lower their prices for the Chinese market." Speaking of this, Hashimoto's expression was stern, and he said seriously, "However, there are only a few leading companies in the steel industry. Among the world's top 10 steel companies, half of them are on the list due to large output. There are only 3 or 4 companies specializing in the core technology of special steel, and the only company in Japan is Nippon Steel. You have a Chinese saying, 'Rare is precious.' Miss Song, for the rare cooperation of Nippon Steel partner, it is normal to sacrifice more interests." Warnya hesitated again and again, and said, "Mr. Hashimoto, I really can't give up any more shares. The Song Group must hold 51% of the shares in this cooperation, but as compensation to Nippon Steel, we can give rope in terms of income rights. Nippon Steel has a certain degree of tilt. For all the net profits generated by our cooperation in the future, Nippon Steel will enjoy 51% of the net profit income rights. What do you think of this?" Hashimoto Kinzaki shook his head without hesitation, and said seriously, "Miss Song, we will not make any concessions on the equity issue. If we are willing to make concessions on this point, we will have deep cooperation with other steel companies in your country. How can we wait until today?"